To keep you updated on the capital and financial markets, here is a recap of what happened.
There is a severe lack of financial literacy in Malaysia, as any number of news reports, surveys, and polls reveal. Furthermore, basic investing knowledge is lacking, a problem that cuts across all age groups. As Malaysia ages, the problem amplifies since retirement savings, as measured by the EPF's basic quantum savings benchmark, are insufficient to retire gracefully. Keeping it simple and going back to basics is how the Federation of Investment Managers Malaysia, which regulates the marketing and distribution of unit trust schemes and private retirement schemes, is achieving a wider audience and making its content easier to digest. According to FIMM CEO Kalion Leong Rayan at a recent media event, most Malaysians lack basic financial education and do not understand investment risks. In schools, children are taught the basics of savings, but there is a lack of education on investing, he says. South Korea's asset management industry assets grew to a record high at mid-year, though the number of profitable managers dropped and revenues declined, according to the Financial Supervisory Service. The 471 Korea-registered managers had 1,612.2 trillion won of combined assets, including 604.1 trillion won of discretionary assets, as of June, up 11.7% from 1,443.4 trillion won a year ago, the FSS says in a report on the 27th of August. Assets rose 2.8% from 1,568.3 trillion won in March. Thailand is exploring measures such as raising the retirement age so that the Social Security Fund doesn't collapse by around 2054 from insufficient funding due to a shrinking workforce and an aging population, the Bangkok Post reports, quoting Phifat Ratchakitprakam, the Labour Minister. He says the SSF, which manages the retirement savings of private sector employees, now has 2.6 trillion baht of assets under management, a figure that is expected to grow to at least 4 trillion baht by 2034. However, the fund's growth does not mean it is sustainable because Thailand is facing a shrinking workforce of people who can contribute to the fund and an aging population problem, Phifat is quoted as saying in the report published on the 1st of September. In 30 years, the SSF could potentially be running out of money. Did you know you can make millions in just an hour? Behind this alluring phrase that is used by popular influencers lies a stark reality. Countless people are being lured into financial traps by heeding dubious advice circulating on social media platforms. This situation is considered problematic, and the authorities have rung alarm bells on why investment strategies given by social media personalities can be both a boon and a bane for the public. The trend of seeking out financial advice on social media could be attributed to factors such as market innovation and liberalization. Retail investors are more likely to adopt the do-it-yourself approach these days, as they can easily assess various information and asset classes through smartphones. China's stock market is facing darker prospects after a weak earnings season dashed hopes for any imminent recovery in flagging consumption that has weighed on the world's No.2 economy. Earnings per share for the MSCI China Index fell 4.5% from the year earlier in the second quarter, its worst in 5 quarters, according to data from Bloomberg Intelligence. Underscoring the contraction was weakening support from the country's 8 biggest tech firms, whose overall EPS growth at 19% was the slowest since the last quarter of 2022. The dismal performance has sent an unambiguous signal that China's anemic consumption is becoming more entrenched as the housing crisis persists and other growth engines sputter. It also reinforces the view that the stock market is unlikely to stage any meaningful rebound unless the government ramps up efforts to turn the economy around. The FIMM annual convention will return on the 12th of September. Save the date and follow us to stay tuned on updates. We hope to see you there. The Federation of Investment Managers Malaysia is pleased to announce the release of its annual report 2023, themed in recognition of its 30 years of progress. Link in the description. Read the latest issue of the e-zine available at FIMM's official website to stay updated about what's going on in the industry.
This has been the FIMM TV Weekly Recap. Be informed, stay updated. Be sure to like, share and subscribe.